Trouble at the Port Task, Part 1 in Unterfeld, Austria. Hello there everybody and welcome to another exciting episode of SnowRunner here at Overturned Gaming. I am the Overturned. We were doing some general scouting around and we got a call from dispatch and asked if we were in the vicinity of this overturned fuel trailer. And maybe go out and take a look and see what we can do. Now, we're in the Trouble at the Port Task where we have to pick up a fuel carrier semi-trailer that fell off the road where it was washed out. Now, we got the PLAD 440 buddy out there, but we needed a truck with a crane to either pull it up onto the road or pull it out of the water and generally help us out and get it on the road so we can hook the PLAD buddy up to it and deliver it to the port. So we were, like I said, in the area, and as you can see, the little spyglass is on the screen, meaning that the overturned trailer is nearby. Now, we're just coming around the corner to it, and we know the area where the road is washed out, and we're going to have to attack it from the other side. We can't get to it from this side. So we're going to have to take the little detour around it to try and get to the other side of it so that we can see what we can do. Now, we can't pull the trailer with the Avenhorn A15 that we're in here because the saddle is a high saddle, but we need the, like I said, we need the crane. The PLAD buddy doesn't have a crane on it, but he does have a low saddle to pull the semi-trailer, and we wanted to incorporate it into a job and see what it was like. Now, it's a pretty easy job for him, because he's just got to sit and wait on the side of the road while we show up with the Avenhorn. Now, one little bit of advice, we got a couple of little log bridges here, as you can see. Try to hit them in the middle, because when you get them on the side like that, you can't steer your truck over towards the middle of it because the logs are placed lengthwise, so you just slide along them. So try to hit them in the middle. Keep that in mind for next time. Anyhow, we're going to get through this little detour and then we're going to back the truck up and see what we can do to help out. Now, this here is a little bit of a problem area. I've had a little bit of an issue with different trucks, and at first I thought the Avenhorn was going to do the same thing, but he seems to be a little bit better at it. Didn't seem to have too much of a problem point at that with that little hole in between the rocks. Now, as we're coming around the corner here and heading back out onto the highway, I decided, well, because it's not that far back, I'll just put it in reverse and back it up the few yards that we gotta go. This way, and you can see the PLAD 440 buddy is what they call it. You can see it in the distance on the left-hand side of the road from here. Now, there's two ways we can do this. We can either grab a hold of the trailer and pull it up onto the highway from where the brake is, where it's laying, or we could back the truck down into the water and back it up to the trailer and then drag it along the water up onto the road. So I didn't think, I wasn't quite sure if we could pull it up onto the road. So I was backing up to just to take a look, and I thought, no, there's just no way we're going to be able to do that. So let's get down to water level. And here again, there's a little hint. When you're driving through water, if you take a little bit more of a straight look down from the top, you can usually see if there's rocks in the water or if it's solid or if you're going to have any kind of a problem. Now, it looks pretty dark and pretty deep there as we're looking at it like this, and the trailer's quite a ways away. My crane or the winch can't reach that. But if you take your camera and you go a little bit higher and you look down, you can see that there's a path of rocks just on the edge there for you to drive on. Can't see it too well right now, but as you come around like this, around the corner, and you you look to the side of the truck there, you can see all the rocks there, meaning that there's a platform there to drive on. Keep that in mind. A lot of times they hide it behind the water where you can't see it. Now once we get to here, like I said, you know, you look at the road, and we might have been able to pull it up the road there in hindsight when I was looking at it, but it's too late. We're over here, and we'll just do the best we can by dragging it through the water. First we'll try and winch it a little bit closer, and I prefer that it stays on its side like that to drag it through the water and up onto the road, because it'll slide a little bit better. If it was on its wheels, the stabilizer bars would keep it from sliding as easily as it will right now. So we're just gonna slowly drag it along here, and we'll try to stay as close to the side as possible. Like that, and it seemed to work out all right, you know. And every once in a while, even in SnowRunner, sometimes the optics can just surprise you and weird things happen. As I'm dragging this trailer up this little incline, I got to get the crane out to put it on its wheels, but for some reason it decided to help me out and just bounce right back up on its wheels. Just like that. Well, that just made my job a little bit easier. I guess I can just leave it there and just move the truck and get the PLAD buddy and hook up to it and go. So that's what we did. We'll just park the Avenhorn over here because it's not going to be in the way anyhow. Now this is the first time I've used the PLAD 440, and it's a little different. It's going to be a fairly easy job, like I said. It's just going to be mainly highway driving and then into the port, and that's it. No four-wheeling, no mud, no nothing. But he'll be back in other jobs. We're going to see what he's like. He's a little bit hard to drive. I found that keeping him going straight is a little difficult. I'd like to know what it's like with a trailer with or a flat deck with extra weight on the back. That might change the way he drives. I imagine it would. But he's not bad with the fuel trailer on it. Empty, I don't like the way he drives, but like this, not bad. But I think we're going to reserve judgment until we've used him in some deep mud and some harder jobs, and then we'll maybe down the road after we've used him a few times, we'll give him a review and see what he's, just to show what he's good at and what he's not good at. In the meantime, we gotta drag it along and get over to the port. Now there's two stages or two parts to this particular task, where one, we have to deliver this fuel carrier semi-trailer to the port, and then we have to deliver six pallets of vehicle spare parts, which will be in a different video, but that'll be the second part of this particular task. And when we've finished, we'll get access to the gateway, which is a tunnel, a ferry that'll take you across to the other map of Foothills. So that'll help open up the map a little bit, and that'll be absolutely awesome. Now we're almost at the port. Like I said, not a real difficult journey for the PLAD. It was a little bit harder for the Avenhorn, and the PLAD had a little bit of an easier time, but that's okay. Now every time you go through here, you got to remember this trailer will be sitting at the port, and it's got, can't remember exactly how many liters of fuel's got in it, but it's like a mobile fuel station for if you're ever running out, you're heading by the port, you can stop in and pick some up, because the trailer will stay here. We're just going to go down below, and as soon as you go over to cargo, the location marker box that you're seeing on the screen, as soon as you go over it, it will accept the trailer as being delivered, and then you just park it where we got to move it, of course, because that location marker box, the drop-off location, has got to be empty for when we bring the vehicle spare parts over. Anyhow, awesome video. I hope you got something out of it. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you back at Overfed Gaming again real soon. In the meantime, we've been working on the task Trouble at the Port, the first part of it, where we delivered the fuel trailer in the PLAD 440. I hope you'll stick around for the next one. You've been driving and delivering with me, the Overfed.